There are countless FPS games that tout their realism, but none come close to the obsessive attention to detail paid by Escape from Tarkov's dev team when it comes to guns, attachments, and ballistics modeling. Not only are there upwards of 60 guns in Escape from Tarkov, but each one can be modded up or stripped down to the point where they're unrecognizable from their off-the-shelf counterparts. You can swap barrels, mounts, scopes, flashlights, foregrips, pistol grips, handguards, muzzle attachments, stocks, charging handles, magazines, receivers, gas blocks, and choose from several different types of round for each ammo type. No two weapons you find in Raid are ever the same. This leads to plenty of malfunctions for new players and anyone who, doesn't know much about guns. However, after stacks of wasted rubles and an inventory packed full of useless attachments, you'll soon start figuring out how to fit each attachment before finally forming an emotional bond with your custom build. That last part is especially important as an Escape from Tarkov. If you die in a raid and an enemy loots your body, you'll lose everything you brought in with you, even your treasured assault rifle. Doom Eternal takes the gameplay loop of the 2016 smash hit, and as our Doom Eternal review explains so well, ramps everything up to 11. The developers could have easily pumped out a sequel that played largely the same as Doom 2016, but they chose to take each core mechanic to another level. Every aspect has been improved, from the amount of weapons you have at your disposal, to the movement options that increase the pace of the game. With all of this extra power comes stronger enemies, equipped with their own set of strengths and weaknesses for you to exploit. You could play Doom 2016 using just one weapon if you really wanted to, but Doom Eternal punishes players for sticking to the same game plan. Unless you kill enemies using the range of tools at your disposal, you're always going to be low on resources. Borrowing elements from the best action games, Doom Eternal transforms into a lightning-fast shooter that makes players think creatively as they wipe out hordes of hell's worst creatures. Call of Duty Warzone is Activision's brand new Battle Royale experience, which builds upon the strengths of the original title. The game takes place on the biggest map in Warzone history, called Al Mazrah. Warzone 2.0 has a lot of new weapons and vehicles that will help you dominate on the battlefield. Warzone 2.0 also has strongholds secured by AI enemies, who will not pursue you unless you attack them.
Visual on the target, strike it up. Hostile mortar strike near your position. Transmitting.
Requesting fire mission. Target marked.
Copy that. Mortar strike inbound now. This is capture or kill.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is the latest game in the franchise. The game puts players in the midst of a global conflict which calls for the return of Task Force 141 operators. The campaign features several high-stakes tactical operations and highly classified missions that you can play with friends in co-op or solo. Modern Warfare 2 brings enhanced gun handling, an improved AI system, a new version of Gunsmith, and a bunch of gameplay innovations. The game has a great PvP multiplayer experience with many of COD's fan-favorite modes.
Force right! Kilo 1, the missiles for garage. How far are you from the bridge? This is 1! We're pushing towards the entry now! Copy that.
Overwatch 2 is pretty similar to the original Overwatch title, with some minor changes. Just like its predecessor, Overwatch 2 is a hero shooter with old as well as some new characters that have unique tactical abilities. Unlike other hero shooters in this list, character abilities play a huge role in Overwatch 2, especially since this game has specific roles for each character. Additionally, Overwatch 2 has 5v5 matches with just one tank on each team. However, the tanks in this game have been buffed to be more aggressive and powerful. Besides these, Overwatch 2 will also get premium PvE content sometime in 2023. Throwing yourself into the world of Counter-Strike Global Offensive for the first time is like diving into a modern warfare meat grinder. You will face players who have been prowling versions of these maps for more than a decade. You will die to snipers with tens of thousands of kills notched into their scout. You will be punished by players who could recite CS:GO console commands in their sleep, sitting out the rest of the round while you rue your mistake. Then, would you choose to play Counter-Strike Global Offensive? Because working your way up to the top of the leaderboards is an achievement, a reward earned through patience, skill, and muscle memory. And it has some of the best level design in games. But Global Offensive is a modern game and brings modern ways of playing. It is now partly funded through the sale of cosmetics and weapon skins, like Team Fortress 2. It includes automatic matchmaking, guiding you away from the dedicated servers that made the series what it is today. And there are ranks, giving the elitists a visible badge for their dedication, alongside medals for veterans. Apex Legends is one of the most popular FPS games on PC. The hero shooter features a huge roster of characters, each of which comes with unique tactical abilities. Apart from that, Apex Legends has a fun battle royale experience alongside other game modes like ranked arenas, ranked leagues, arenas, and more. The game's gunplay is extremely satisfying, which is enhanced even further with the fast-paced movement. Apex Legends frequently gets new characters, maps, and game modes.
Shots fired. Setting up my decoy.
Valorant is a great hero shooter that perfectly blends the elements of games like Apex Legends and CS:GO. The FPS title is also a hero shooter with a great roster of characters, which come with various abilities that assist you in combat. The game is known for its competitive nature of matches, especially in the ranked queue where players will compete against the best Valorant players out there. Valorant has become an extremely popular competitive shooter soon after its launch. Destiny 2 is a massive action MMO shooter with mythical lore that is filled with multiple interesting characters and planets. The game has both PvE and PvP elements with some of the most unique weapons you can find in shooters. Destiny 2 also has 3 classes with 4 subclass elements, which offer unique abilities and supers. The game lets you make builds with armor, weapons, and mods that will enhance the shooting experience in PvE, as well as PvP content. Besides these, Destiny 2 frequently gets new content such as events, seasonal playlists, maps, dungeons, locations, game modes, expansions, and more. In this extra shooty, class-based affair, angry cartoon men capture briefcases, escort bombs, and stand on nodes. Team Fortress 2 is brilliant, and it's still easily one of the best shooting games on PC. It has also evolved, with mountains of user-created content, maps, modes, and new Team Fortress 2 gadgets helping keep the shooter relevant. The premise is as simple as ever. You pick a character from a cast of 9 and take your place on a team. Modes include Capture the Flag, King of the Hill, and Payload, the latter seeing a team drive a bomb forward on a rail track, while their opponents desperately attempt to hold them back. It is a classic that has become the flagship mode of Overwatch, but it was refined to perfection here in Team Fortress 2 first. Rainbow Six Siege is another competitive first-person shooter on this list, which features several operators who come with tactical gadgets. The game puts 2 teams of 5 players against each other in alternating rounds of attack and defense. Matches can get pretty intense as the gunplay, gadgets, and movement test your skill against other players. Rainbow Six Siege has become a pretty popular esports title as well. Nothing beats the feeling of mowing down enemies with your battle rifle, slashing through terrain in a warthog, or slashing through enemies with your energy sword, and finally, Halo fans can experience it all on PC. Halo Infinite masterfully captures the nostalgia and feel of classic Halo games, while keeping the game fresh with innovations like hooks and open-world gameplay. Halo Infinite praises the presentation and emotional weight of Master Chief's journey through the single-player campaign. There's also a lot of fun to be had in multiplayer. Halo's formula of arena shooter-style matches, long gunfights, and Halo Infinite weapon formations are a refreshing contrast to other multiplayer FPS modes.
Enemies on me! We have eyes on the enemy flag carrier.